As someone who loves learning languages, I am always looking for ways to make language learning more fun and natural. I love trying out different apps and resources and sharing the best ones with you. And today I'll be doing just that. I'm sharing my honest review of an app that I've been using for a couple of months now. It's called FluentU and it's quickly become one of my favorite apps for language immersion. Not everyone has the chance to live in the country where their target language is spoken, and sometimes we just have to create this immersion for ourselves, and FluentU really helps you with that. I'll show you how it works, how I use it to turn videos into vocabulary practice, and why it might be the perfect app for you if you're looking for a more real-world, natural way to learn languages. I'll also walk you through the main features, share what I love about it, a few things that could be improved, and help you figure out if it's the right fit for your learning style. FluentU is based on one main idea: learning through real content. Instead of using textbooks, I watch real content: Netflix shows, music clips, trailers, news, YouTube videos, and learn languages in context. So how does FluentU help me with that? Let me show you. So whenever I watch a Netflix show or a YouTube video with subtitles in my target language, FluentU makes those subtitles interactive for me. For example, here you can see I have a docu about diamonds on YouTube, and the subtitles are already interactive, so I can hover over the word if I want to check the pronunciation, let's say. Or I can click on this word and go deeper. I see the word, the translation to English, the picture, other sentences with this word, links to other videos where this word is used. So this way I can really learn vocabulary in context, which I personally find the best way to learn new vocabulary. This feature alone has already made my life so much easier compared to when I had to pause the video, copy the words into the translator or my notebook. But there is one more thing that I really love. If I come across a word that I think is useful and I want to remember it, I can add it to my vocabulary list by just a click. Of course, not every word is worth remembering right away, so sometimes I just check the words and I keep on watching. But when I really want to keep the word, FluentU makes it super easy. Let me show you how it works. So here I have my word and stehen. Let's imagine I want to add it to my vocabulary list and learn it later. I just click add to, and that's all. I keep watching the video. Maybe I'll want to add another word to my vocabulary list. Let's see. By the way, I've muted the video so that it doesn't interfere with my voice. That's why you probably can't hear anything, but if you unmute it, obviously you will hear it. So let's say I want to learn this word, orte. Okay, add to my list. That's all. Now, what happens to all of these words I add to my list later? They're not just added to a list that I can review. FluentU actually creates personalized quizzes for me based on the vocabulary I've added, and it gradually builds up from individual words to full sentences, which really helps reinforce what I've learned. This saves me so much time because I don't need to do a lot of manual work. Let me show you how the quiz looks like here as well. Here is a FluentU account that was created for some demo purposes, and you can see the German language here, and let's look at the quiz that FluentU created for us. So I've added some more words to our vocabulary list, and you can start learning those words. You have the list over here, and you can learn by clicking learn, and you'll get flashcards. So first of all, you simply learn, but that's not only like that. Like, you listen to the word, you have the example, you can see the grammar tip as well, and you can click already know if you already know this word and you don't want to keep learning it, practicing it anymore. So once you've learned some words, you get kind of a quiz here. Sie, Wein und Trauben, you can listen to it. Okay. Again, a new word, you've learned it. Now you have a quiz. And so on. So you get the idea. This is the beginning. Now you are learning like single words. Later it will start build it up to full sentences. You will have speaking practice as well, like saying the word and so on. And what's also great that I can do it anywhere, anytime. FluentU is available on the web, iOS and Android, so whenever I am away from my laptop, I can just open my phone app and review my vocabulary. Now, while immersion is an amazing way to learn a new language, sometimes it can feel overwhelming, especially if you are just starting out. When I was a beginner, I always felt like native content was just too advanced for me. I had to stop constantly and check almost every single word, and that actually makes sense. Netflix series or most of the YouTube videos, they are not made for language learners, they are made for native speakers. That's why I really appreciate FluentU's built-in video library. Let's look how this works. So let's have a look of what it looks like on FluentU. Here you have the language and you can change the language. Let's choose Spanish here as our beginner language because German is set to advanced on this account. So I chosen Spanish and I can, first of all, I can follow the course for Spanish, which starts from basics. You have videos, you have lessons based on these videos, and you have a quiz afterwards, and so on. So you can go over the course and learn step by step, or you can go to the Explore page and here you can look for some videos. As you can see, you have a bunch of videos here, different videos, new ones, but you can also sort them by filters. This is something I've set myself, but yeah, you can choose like recommended. For example, beginner 2, you can filter by progress. I'll choose all, filter by topics. I want some humor, for example, no, without food and cuisine. And you can filter by formats, but I'll just choose all. Click OK, and it gives you more videos for what you asked for. Yeah, you see that these are beginner videos, different formats, humor, new animation, and so on. So you can choose different videos by these filters and learn directly from FluentU. By the way, you can import YouTube videos here on FluentU. Personally, I haven't tried this feature yet because I'm watching it directly on YouTube, but in case you want to import it and have it in your library, you can do so as well. By the way, I still haven't mentioned how to set it all up, which is pretty easy actually. First, I need to create an account, which is really fast, and once I have an account, I just need to add a FluentU's Chrome extension. And that's it. I can start watching Netflix or YouTube videos with subtitles in my target language in an interactive way. Now let's look at the languages choice at FluentU. By the way, a great feature is that you don't have to learn just one language. You can learn multiple languages at the same time, which is super amazing if you're learning multiple languages at the same time, or if you want to maintain multiple languages at the same time. So as you can see in this account, there is Spanish, German, French, and English. This is a demo account, as I said, because these are not my languages and not the levels I have. Oh, actually, I have a beginner level in Spanish, but okay. We have Spanish, German, French, and English here, and you can add more languages: Chinese, Japanese, Russian, Italian, Korean, Portuguese. And we have here English for different speakers, like for Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers, Italian speakers, Russian speakers, and here I guess Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, but I'm not sure where is which one. So English for many speakers and other languages here, and you can add more languages if you want. Yeah, I'm advanced in Russian, okay. I don't need to learn it anyway, but yeah, I can add more languages, Italian, for example, as a beginner, and so on. And then you just easily switch between those languages. So you just click on Languages panel and you choose the language you want to learn. So let me share some of the pros and cons based on my experience with FluentU. First and the biggest pro for me is definitely being able to interact with real, natural content. This is such an important part of learning a new language, especially if you are not living in the country where your target language is spoken. Another thing that I really love is that it makes the subtitles on my video interactive. I can check the translation of the word instantly, and I will also get the image, the examples of other sentences with this word, the links to other videos to this word. I can check the pronunciation. I can add it to my vocabulary list with just one click. It's amazing. Then there are personalized quizzes. Since I decide which vocabulary to add to my list, FluentU creates a personalized quiz based on my own vocabulary, which makes my practice super relevant and efficient. Also, it's great that there are videos for any level. I don't have to wait until I'm advanced to start immersing myself in the language, and I can do it from day one, even as a beginner. It's also really easy to set it up, and I like that I can use it on all of my devices, whether I'm on my laptop, on the phone, or the tablet. As for the cons, there are a couple of things worth mentioning as well. The first one is not all of the languages are available, but I guess the most popular ones are there. Also, if you go with the monthly subscription, it might feel a bit pricey, but the yearly option is more affordable, so if you plan to use it long term, that's definitely a better deal. And finally, while FluentU is amazing for immersion and learning vocabulary in context, it's probably not going to be enough on its own. I see it as a part of a well-rounded learning routine, but it's not designed to replace every type of practice like grammar drills or speaking with native speakers. But it perfectly complements those other resources, and it helps me stay connected with the language in a fun and natural way, and that's something that I haven't found in many other apps. I personally think FluentU is one of the best tools for immersion-based learning. If you would like to give it a try, check my link in the description below. You will get a free trial and a big discount if you decide to subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've tried FluentU and if you'd like to see more language learning apps reviews or language resources. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy learning and see you in the next video. Bye bye!